Okay guys, welcome to the channel. Today, I posted a short about it a few days ago, but we're looking at this Herbrand J10 bullet handle ratchet. Rebuilt not too long ago, fresh grease, normal cleanup. It's in pretty good shape. The odd thing about this is the selector switch changes, of course, with the screws out. Piles pivot on those screws, so it's kind of hard to engage it back and forth. You slide this up or down to change direction. The way the paw looks like a proto, nearly. The proto set up the same way, similar with the paw gear here, loaded onto the spring with the selector switch changing direction. Just see the cutout here for when it slides down into this channel, and then when it slides up into this small cutaway here. From what I found, and I posted in the description, this is from the late 40s, I believe. So it's in pretty good shape to be as old as it is. I actually picked it up from a guy in one of my discussion groups on Facebook. Reached out to me, said that he had something I might be interested in, and he just sent it to me. And so there's good people out there still, but it's very well maintained, very not totally beat down. Another thing I will say is the gear is small. Get it in focus here. The gear is small, but you see that right there is just that lip where the gear rides. The faceplate falls in there. The plate is pretty thick. I mean, it's not, it's a 3/8 drive, so it's not like it needs to be able to withstand a huge cheater bar, if you know what I mean. But no, this lip that separates the gear from the outer housing is super thick. I wonder what their goal was, to use a smaller gear. I'm not real sure what their thought process was of that, but it is kind of sad that, and I would take it apart, but it is, for me, it was kind of a pain to rebuild and put back together, especially using one hand. Hopefully soon I will have a better way of filming this and able to take it apart. But I will say these screws right here, I'm gonna have to ask the bolt guy at the shop whenever he comes back by if he can come up with a replacement, for some of these, because one of them is pretty badly stripped. I didn't do it. Of course, that's probably what everybody says, but I mean, considering from the late 40s, I mean, a little bit of strippage, it's kind of expected, but countersunk. So, I mean, they're almost totally even with the finish here. And that's another thing. Their branding was on the faceplate, not on the outside of the ratchet. So it's very, I guess, futuristic, that atomic age kind of vibe going on to it. Very well made. I would have to look up some more about the Herbrand. Of course, it's USA. But yeah, this is just a small little tearaway, cross section, if you will, about how one looks. Let me know what you guys think about this, or if you have one, or if you used one, or whatever the case may be. And I have a few more vintage style. I have several rebrands of different ratchets. New Britain, in their Husky line, and then some similar things like that. Tons of Craftsman, some Snap-on, vintage Snap-on, Williams, SK, just about everyone you can think of, even the exception of some of the newer ones. If you guys would be interested in that, comment. You know, I'm not going to beg for a comment, likes, and subscribes and stuff like most people. You know, this is my hobby and not my job. So if you guys like it, I appreciate it. And if there's anything I can do better to kind of, you know, please you guys, or whatever the case may be, just let me know. I'm very open, and if anybody wants to start a discussion or ask a question or anything about any kind of vintage tool, I'd be happy to answer or learn anything I can about it. So I appreciate it.